Everything must be played down to the wire. And here we go. Okay.
DRX led Fracture through.
They did, and
they
it's going to
banned
be first
Icebox?
picks by Spirit. Yep, they banned the Icebox, they banned Split. I mean, 2 maps, and historically, you'd say, yep, DRX, they love to play those maps. They're happy to go there. Not today, it would seem. The Ascent and the Breeze were the targets by Spear Gaming, so definitely had their sights fixed on those. Got those targets, but we get to now see Fracture from DRX for the 3rd time ever. Once in Champions, once in the Grand Final of Stage 1. Now here today to close out the regular season.
And I'm pretty excited about this. I mean, I think this likely means we're going to get to see RB on the Neon. I think he's been really solid on that throughout this season. Kind of curious what it's going to look like behind that. Like, what initiators are they going to bring? Are they going to put Stacks on Breach? Are they going to put someone else on Breach? Maybe Zest. He has been playing initiators. Are they going to try a Fade on this map? They've been really favoring Fade. So I'm super keen to see what DRX is going to do here today.
Yeah, and I mean, on the other side of the coin, Spear, what did they want to run? What is their composition going to look like? Do we see Sun just go back to the Rays that he's looking incredibly practiced on? Does he try his hand at the Neon that has been, you know, kind of dominating the lobbies whenever we do have Fracture come through? We'll have to find out. See what he's got prepared for us. See if he's going to be running that Neon yet again.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about Sun. You know, Keria is going to be on the Sage, so already kind of a slight change up here. It is going to be on the Rays instead of the Neon. I think that's good. I think Sun's Rays is really, really strong. Proxy on the Astra, super interesting there, and then Sungjin on the Chamber. So a really kind of fascinating lineup here for the side of Spear. Meanwhile, RB, on the Neon, Zest on the Sage, Mako on Smokes on the Brim this time. Stacks is going to be on the Breach, and Buzz on Chamber, which is been his perma agent, which I think is a wonderful, wonderful idea overall. And so, yeah, I think this is pretty much about what I expected. I think I'm a little bit interested to see what the Astra is going to look like from Proxy. I think that's a really significant difference between these two comps. You know, the Astra, of course, with the gravity wells and the varying utility to give you those stall mechanics and things like that.
Well, guys, it is at long last time to go ahead and jump into our first game of the day. We're kicking things off on Fracture, DRX versus Spear. Let's see who comes up with the win.
I want to give another shout out to one of the unsung heroes of Spear, and that's Sungjin. This guy plays everything. I mean, he plays so many different roles. He plays controllers, he plays initiators, he plays chambers. All right, well, RB just wants to push the pace.
And he does.
Yeah, that's just stuns connecting on stuns.
Yeah, that it is. I'm unable to get the nade out to try to buy some time. Flash is decent, but we still managed to gun down Exia. 2 kills now as the heal will go out onto Buzz, and I mean, just kicking him in the teeth right off the rip here as the spike will get planted. They are very evenly dispersed across this site.
Well, this is just quintessential DRX here. Get the opening kills, set up the crossfires, and lock it down. And it's first line of defense. Looks like it's going to be Buzz at ropes.
Oh, gets him in midair. What a shot on the drop there. Sungjin going to be good for 1. Finishes off Mako. Now is going to be dazed up. Backs away for just a moment. Aftershock to buy some time. And realistically, just want to try to find a pick-off if you can. Get some extra kills, and then otherwise maybe go down to the spike. But Stack says nope. Catches him in the head, and that is going to be a 1-0 start.
Yeah, this is just, again, quintessential DRX. You know, set up RB with some utility to just fast dash around the corner, get the kill. Site basically broken open after 1 more kill to follow up on Exia on the Breach, and then yeah, you just set things up. I have to say, Buzz the last couple days this weekend, his flicks have been absolutely just disgusting. I mean, I have seen him do some stuff with those headhunters that is just unreal, and you got to see a little glimpse of it there when he shot the falling, I think it was Keria out of the air.
Yeah. There's Proxy.
A Proxy.
Catching the Astra. Yeah, it's all those hours logged in Aim Lab, the official sponsor of the VCT.
As it turns out, if you put in the hours in the practice, you get pretty good. Who would have thought?
Stack's just going to go ahead and try and beat the corner. Exia can't get a shot across, so Stack's just going to be picking up that kill. now can go ahead and grab the ult orb if he so chooses. He's already got 4 charges towards that Rolling Thunder. Oftentimes we do see stacks coming into, round 3, ult online as the breach. Scott's going through, Sun showing for just a moment, takes a little bit of damage, pulls back into the link. And it's just going to be the site grabbed relatively for free here.
Yeah, nothing fancy had to be shown on this. Just smoke ropes, smoke spawn, CT spawn, and just kind of plow in, and you're going to hear the knife coming through. Let's see if we get another Buzz highlight shot here.
I mean, it's the exact same spot, it's the same wall setup. Sungjin's over here. Deja vu! It's going to manage to find one. Does get taken down before he can teleport out, but the cleanup is going to come through. Zest gunning down 2. And it's 2 rounds now for the side of DRX. Rifles about to come through for the side of Spear Gaming. Let's see if they can stave them off now with a bit of firepower.
Someone check for some black cats walking across the stage, because that was a little bit of deja vu. You're right. Absolutely. Just amazing stuff. I mean, again, nothing too out of the ordinary there for DRX. Stacks gets the opening kill, and they just kind of push off of that. Sun trying to get a little bit, feisty, trying to push that corner, trying to see if he could get something out of that classic, and it just doesn't happen. And all right, full rifles out now for the side of Spear. They are going to come through that door, but Carrier's going to wall off the push.
Just go charging in. Buzz, just running across. Why not? Spectre in hand, gets the elimination. Sungjin going to manage to find one. As gets taken down. Exit tries to swing off his own flash. Cannot get the shots through. Going to be a weapon recovered now for Buzz. Snap back, goes over towards the spawn. He is suspicious of this flank, but does he know that there's a second player here? Seems like the answer is going to be yes. Proxy trying to walk his way forward. Okay, maybe not. Maybe they weren't prepared at all as Mako gets his head taken off. It's a 2v3. Vandals in hands. Technically a winnable situation, but with the money as low as it is, do you really want to try to play this out?
Yeah, I mean, the gravity well attempted, and it does get one, but Stax is there to follow up pretty quick. Switches over to the Vandal himself, so just got to deal with Sungjin.
Flash over the top, swing out from RB. It's good for the headshot. As the Vandal gets recovered, DRX will win the bonus round.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But this is just, like, the highlight for me on this round is the protocols that are in place for DRX. Like, when this wall comes up, it's just, whatever. All right, blast it down, let's swing the corner. And then, they react really well to that flash. They've got 2 in place. And then at the very end of this, the fault line there and then the aftershock to cover. Stax is more than ready, able to flash for RB here. It's the teamwork that makes DRX, like I talked about. It's the coordination, the synchronization. Just like an air show, right? Like you see these fighter jets flying in tandem. This is how DRX operates.
Well, Sungjin trying to catch somebody there with a headhunter, but it is his head that has been hunted. Buzz getting the elimination there to start things off. Looks like maybe some attention going to be turned over towards the B site.
The hunter became the hunted.
What can happen? Oh, the run across. Okay. Nice shots there from Proxy. Dink into the chest finish there. Gets rid of Stacks. High value target, especially considering that he had the ult ready to go. Just going to be popping the wall, cutting off the generator side. So RB just lurks forward here. Waiting to see if anyone is going to come up that rope.
Yeah, wall to cut off Canteen. So RB, we saw him. He's going to get Nova Pulsed.
Shifts to the shorty. One shot. Blasted. Tries to swap weapons. A little bit of covering fire there from Zest, who tries to push forward, but he's still in range of those paint shells. Ends up going down. Now the site needs to be retaken by the side of DRX. Another paint shell out to try to buy some space, and Sun is good for 4 eliminations as the defuse will come in from Carrier. Oh no, they hand it over. They want to get that showstopper online and ready to go. Spear Gaming will win it out in the 4th round.
That's huge. I mean, a much-needed round comeback there. And just a really good performance from Sun. I talked about him at the beginning of this, that he has really shown on Raze, maybe our best Raze of the stage right now in Korea. And that right there was just great timing, great work to play off of his own paint shells. Kind of caught RB in an awkward moment, got set up so nicely by Proxy. The idea to use the Nova Pulse there is really smart because, it gives you that extra burst of damage. It gives, it makes it a little harder for RB to react to all of that. And yeah, he's got a shorty, but still, I mean, Sun is so well disciplined. I think there would have been a...
Yeah, I think we might have a tech pause into
into the.
Yes.
Yeah, I
so
thought so.
During the so the coaches can't put the headsets on because during the technical pause, everybody no one can communicate except for the player who is having the issue to the admins and the referees. So coach is going to have to stand by until this is fixed, and then we can carry on with the tactical timeout. For now, we'll take a look at some fan signs.
Yeah, and just to kind of tack on for a second, that why the Nova Pulse is better there, because if you assume that the opponent that's up in that tower has a shotgun, you don't really want to pull him closer to you. In some ways, like, the shotguns aren't, the gravity well isn't, I think, as strong of an option in that situation. So I personally like the Nova Pulse a little bit better there, but it may have just been there to use the gravity well, and that's all they had.
It's an interesting looking Breach face.
Well, we've had some weird signs.
That looked like Breach if he was rendered in like Vice City.
Yeah, exactly.
But like the old good one, not the really crappy remaster
Yeah, not the
that
remake.
they attempted to do to rob people of money.
Yeah. Oh no, here we go again. This is if you lose, I think you gotta kiss me.
Yeah. And then he says, "RB, I love you. RB, I love you."
Who doesn't? I mean, that's okay. We all do. A Spear fan. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of Spear. I'm a fan of Sun. You guys just saw in that last round. He's pretty good. So don't sleep on Spear here. I mean, yeah, DRX kind of came out to the expected start, but
yeah. Evidently, that fan, I just got a word from production, that fan has been here for every single Spear game.
Oh, so he's like
7 visits to the studio.
He's a mega fan.
To cheer for Spear.
Wow.
You love to see it.
I do. I think we should give him like an actual Spear for coming to all of these, just like signed by all the players.
Yeah.
I mean, not with like a really dangerous tip on it or anything.
Sure,
like,
sure. Made out of foam or something.
Yeah, exactly. Give him a foam Spear. He can like throw it at the team if they do really bad.
That would be a fun thing. Instead of like thunder sticks that you bang together, you just
yeah.
give everybody little inflatable spears.
Just say throw it if you do poorly.
Yeah. Or if they do well, it could be like, the old opera houses where you throw the roses up on stage.
Oh, yeah.
You throw the spears out onto the stage when the players win.
I like that. Or if they get really mad at the other team's fans, they can like charge them and like fight them out of the arena. Get out of here. This is our arena now.
Oh, while we wait for this tactical timeout to go through, let's just take a look back at the little highlights here. I mean, yeah, Sun just piloted this incredibly well. He's ready for the swing, has the covering fire to make up for Exia's loss there at the end of the round. So still a bit costly, but a win is a win. It was during a thrifty, so I say costly in the sense of how many people died, but otherwise not bad at all for the side of Spear Gaming. And they've got that operator in the hands of Sungjin. We'll see if he gets to utilize that. So now he's staring down over into B main. Sun's going to go flying through. RB looking for his entry. Stack's going to get dropped. That's a spike now on the ground. And Sun throws the showstopper, gets 2.
Oh, what a blast
pack hit. Buzz utilizing that extra momentum. Bounces straight in on top of Sun to shut him down to the round. No 4K for him. Falco now rotating over. Looking to grab that spike. TP out from Buzz. He's ready for that wall boost, but just couldn't nail the shot.
Yeah, I mean, Buzz there, that's, he's talked a lot about the fact that you can basically have so many different options as a chamber, and with that shorty there, that's probably the only way he's winning that fight. I mean, again, the flicks have been nasty from Buzz, but the shorty having that one out, a great idea from Sun. A great idea to throw that blast back there. I mean, he really probably should have won that fight in like 90% of situations, but because it's the shorty, a little bit of a different one here, but still spike not planted. Being held by Mako in arcade as they still try to make their way through. They're a little bit wary of trying to make this cross as Buzz had to go to tower, so there was a kind of a moment there. Somebody could have peeked out.
They have drawn Proxy over to the A site. There's been enough downtime with no noise coming through whatsoever that he had to swing to that site to try to protect it. So for now, they do have this 2v2. It's a creep down here. Oh, he's so close.
I think he saw
Digging in a line of sight here. Buzz shifting around, spots him, swings the corner, takes out Carrier. Now the orbital strike comes through. Sungjin rerouted. Falco just backing up. Gets himself situated here in the tower. Jin swinging around with that op in hand.
Exactly, and I'd really like to see DRX just be very, very cautious with this because of that op. No need to overpeak on this angle. Just wait for them to get to the spike or get onto the site.
Up, gone. Mako at the ready. Jiggles around the corner, throws the molly. Shotgun goes through the wall. Proxy trying to challenge in the corner, manages to find one. Buzz, not going to hit the shot. Gets it. The second attempt. Now Sungjin so very low. Trying to escape. Tries to hold onto the operator. Tucks it against the wall, but Buzz will shut him down. Finds 4 kills. Knows that he is a dead man, but he's got the clutch.
Yeah, just well played here by Mako and Buzz. The patience is excellent. They wait for the right moment. They make the right covers, the right crosses at the right times. You know, again, it's what makes DRX so good is the discipline. Despite, again, Sun doing everything he can to try to take this round into his own hands. But this is a great blast back. What a shot in the air again. I mean, Buzz is feeling it today.
Yeah.
He's been feeling it all week.
That's some good tracking right there.
Some good tracking.
Well, once again, fast hit over towards the A site. RB just going to be sliding up. Doesn't see anything. Seems like Spear have learned their lesson from the previous rounds. So they all just play quite far back, but now they're going to have to retake this as they do get into the site here relatively for free. Mako creeping across the front. Smoke still sat there. He pulls back into the nebula.
I mean, you do have Rolling Thunder, and Sungjin has his ult, so there's a lot of potential here, actually, on this retake for the side of Spear. I mean, we've seen, you know, Wenti from this angle with that ultimate, with that chamber ult to really do some damage.
Paint shells flying through. RB getting one. Tries to rotate out. Stack's going to be taken down to the paint shells. Now the last 2 members, and now just 1. Trying to make their way out from Dish Exia. His attention being pulled in multiple directions. RB looking like he wanted to get in line to get that shot across, but Buzz says nope. Takes it for himself. That is now going to be 5-1.
Just a bit ahead of the Rolling Thunder here. I'm not sure if they were trying to ride the Rolling Thunder there to get into the site or what, but you know, DRX just quick on the triggers, and they're just kind of playing a little bit outside of where that Rolling Thunder landed, and 2 easy kills on the entry basically shuts this one down, even though Sun's able to find one. Stax is a little angry. But
I mean, it never feels good to get killed by paint shots.
No, it does not.
It feels like that's something that you should have been able to avoid, and that's just kind of been a thing forever in FPS games. Think about getting taken down by like a frag grenade in like Modern Warfare.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel good.
Why did I pick it up and throw it back? Here's the lurked up from Buzz. Manages to find one. Gets Sun high value target. Carrier. Oh, caught sleeping there. Zest catches him with that wall in hand. Shuts him down. And the only upside there is that Carrier didn't use the wall. He doesn't have to buy another one next round, I guess.
Yeah, so it's a hold, yeah, from the A main side, and then it's a push from Arcade for DRX. So just kind of getting a really good read on their opponents in this round, what they wanted to do. And they pretty much shut this right down. But Proxy, good shot.
Proxy's been pretty good on these corner checks.
Yeah, he has been.
It's like the 3rd time now that he's just kind of swung out, you know, dry peak.
He's got the Cosmic Divide. I mean, he could try something goofy here.
There's far too much time gone already, though.
Yeah.
Now, especially with him getting stunned up. I mean, you need Sungjin to hit that shot, and he doesn't. Maybe if they get that pick off, that could be the go button. Even then, they'd still be cutting it pretty darn close. Sungjin just going to be looking for the exit kill this time. Will get the shot across onto Stax. I'm sure we'll continue to be unhappy about his deaths, but Sungjin going to go down to the spike explosion, and Proxy will be able to hold onto his weapon.
I think I see a bit of a smile on his face this time. I mean, they're starting to roll away with this. And, you know, Spear on their map pick is struggling to find any kind of footing. Now, it is attacker side on Fracture. I think most people widely consider this to be the better side. Yeah, you're right, Proxy. Wow, that was just a one-tap there, too. I mean, what a turn there for him. And Spear, you know, has to try to something. So they're digging deep into the pocketbooks. A Judge, even, for the side of Sun. That typical, relay bolt and go, but Sungjin right there with the op.
Yep, well, there's the wall, here's the res. Trying to break those fragments as best as possible, but not going to be fast enough to try to get the repunish. Instead, they will start just creeping out of A main, make their way over here towards B. Looks like Buzz able to put down quite a bit of damage there onto Carrier, forces the heal out, but couldn't get the elimination.
You know, Buzz pushing through sewers, just seeing if anybody's going to lurk out of Arcade. Hasn't happened just yet. You got one over by Generator, and you can see the pings come down as they're actually going to try to go all the way underneath here. It looks like 3 men pushing from the bottom. Only Carrier left to guard Arcade. Oh, Soon's up in tower, so there could be a response.
Sitting here tucked behind the boxes, Vandal in hand, throws another heal on himself, swings out around the corner, and RB manages to get him in the head there right at the very end. 20 HP remaining. As the stun goes up, he wants to try to challenge into tower. Xe as well going to be stunned, and RB pushes in, manages to find Sun. Stack's going to be picked off as Sungjin gets that hop shot across onto him once more.
Poor Stax.
And it's Proxy and Sungjin again trying to play out the round, but this time there's 4 members left alive.
Stax has just got to do the hard work for DRX here. He's got to be the blue-collar player for this one. And, you know, now DRX, again, knows the situation. This is what makes them good. There's no over-peaking. There's just, they know there's an op. It's probably likely to save. I think Zest is potentially on his way to go maybe see if he can go on the hunt. Mako as well joining him there.
Oh. Just a moment more, and he probably would have been able to get that kill. A single bullet would have finished off RB.
They
Doesn't
know.
find it. Door now opening. Sungjin just pulling back. RB dead. Swap over the headhunter. Can't find a 4th kill in the round. As they continue to try to get Proxy here. Just jiggling around the corner. Taunting Zest. And it looks like he will be able to survive in the end, but that is now 7-1. With just a couple more rounds to be played out here in the half.
And you get the op. I mean, this is just great Valorant from the side of DRX, doing all the right things at the right times, knowing their situations from top to bottom. Very few mistakes. I mean, other than, you know, Suns pop off on that thrifty, so be it. That's you know, hey, clap your hands. GG, well played on that round. Ever since then, it's been all DRX. There's just not much that Spear can do here. Carrier is even going for the pump shotgun for the Bucky.
Another good read here from RB. Throws out that initial relay bolt. Doesn't get the stun. Sungjin having to pull away now. Wanted to push aggressively, try to get a snipe with that headhunter.
And there was a setup by Proxy over there in A main to try to, you know, use the Astra utility to slow maybe a RB fast push down. He's been liking to do that a lot at the get-go of the rounds off the rip, but this time around, DRX changing it up. They're not doing the same thing. They're taking their time. They're waiting on this. You know, a lot of their, you know, anti-eco rounds have been, or against the eco rounds, have been to kind of hit it fast and furious, take a sight, get the plant down. RB just going to try to cut through here.
Stuns. Push in. I mean, just blinded. RB doesn't know what the hell he's looking at. Sungjin will find the elimination. Sun taking down Zest with a blast pack as well. Also for a 2nd kill. Spectre this time on to Mako. Paint Shell's going to be let loose. Tucks away on the left side of sight. Buzz catching Exia. It's always the people in midair. Gets that elimination. Puts a little bit more damage down onto Raze, nullifying a lot of that healing that Carrier was trying to do. Rez is available here for the side of Spear. They're just going to try to shift over and win this out 3v2. There's the Rez, okay.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Ooh, that gravity well is going to pull Stax off of the plant, so he has to back up. It takes a little bit of damage in the process. Buzz going to try to cover.
See, jiggles back out. It's 1 to the leg. Overall, still going to be okay. Stax tries to creep up, get himself right in front of the lane. Showstopper at the ready. The push comes in from Stax. Finds one, the TP away. Buzz looting the rocket for just a moment, but the cleanup will be there. With plenty of time to go ahead and get this defuse off, Spear Gaming will put a 2nd round win on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Spear should just play thrifties. Like, that's apparently how they're winning rounds right now. It seems to be throwing DRX for a bit of a loop, as this one just, you know, they're able to go down and get the plant, but they try to go to B, and Sun is just an absolute monster. I mean, he's just a stalwart defender on this tower. Is, you know, Raze is really powerful. That's Flash, and then he blast packs himself out, throws another one at the entry as Zest is coming up the stairs, takes him down. Absolutely insane plays from Sun today.
No.
But it's still just not enough, you know. I mean, the rest of Spear, not doing, I think Proxy's not doing too bad. And Sungjin okay, 9-8 isn't bad. But, you know, it's just the combined forces of DRX, the just time after time after time, the continuous good decision making. All right, we're going to try this same wall.
Oh, Spotting Sun, he's just trying to blast pack back, and Sungjin gets himself into position right there inside of the spawn, gets that kill. Trademark now, though, going to be cleared as everybody else goes storming into the A site. Mako finds Proxy off the rip. Mako just going to be backing away, making sure that no one's approaching from the dish side. Would have to rope across, though, as they do have that Trademark set up all the way back over towards Arcade.
I thought for a second DRX might try to fake this, but it is just going to be planted. He is going to use the Rolling Thunder delay, but oh, this Orbital Strike's so good.
And it is. Sun gets himself moved up towards Dish. Will find Mako, but Buzz there with the crossfire does get that punish, making sure that he can't find any additional value. Buy some time to get the plant down. Aftershock trying to clear the back of sight. Next, at the ready, sending the fault line as one goes out onto him. Buzz just holds down the flank.
Unreal.
3 kills there for him. Does he see a 4th? Flash out. Jin just going to be hightailing it away.
No reason to save. Just he's got to go for this.
He certainly has picked up a weapon by now.
Well, probably.
Should have a Vandal in his hands. Yes, he does. Ooh, that shot almost connecting. They know where he's at. He's going to be good for another one. Stacks, again, going to be taken down. He's just trying to find as much value as he can, any kills that he can get, but that's just going to be it. Now 8-2 as Buzz. I didn't quite catch what he was yelling.
I didn't hear it either, but Stacks just kind of looked at him like, all right, man. Buzz is feeling it today, though. I will say that. Yeah, I mean, still, even with the gun found there, I don't know. I'd say just go for it at this point. I mean, the half is out of control. Another tech pause. Oh, maybe that's why he was yelling.
Maybe. All right. Looks like it's just something minor, so we should be able to get that cleaned up rather quickly. Oh, I think it was actually something with his microphone.
Yeah.
Which is why he was yelling.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
that would make a lot of sense.
There you go.
I have a joke for you. Are you ready?
Oh boy. I'm never ready.
This is a good one, I think. I think this one's really clever.
Okay.
All right.
We'll find out.
Okay. What does Mortal Kombat have in common with a Helsinki church service?
Helsinki church service.
Yeah, a Helsinki church service.
I don't know.
Finish him. Him spelled H-Y-M.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got it.
Come on, that one's kind of clever.
Sure. I put $1 million on DRX. Let's go.
Well, that's
a pretty hefty bet.
But you're probably not getting great odds on that bet.
No, probably not. It's basically a guaranteed.
You're gonna win like 10 won off of that.
Yeah, it's like a guaranteed return, but yeah, $1 million roughly is it's roughly 1,000 USD.
Yeah,
a little bit less, I suppose.
Yeah, he's not making a lot off that bet. Is what it boils down to.
Oh boy,
it's been really great here. Having fans back. Yesterday there was a fan from Singapore here.
Oh.
Very nice fan. She brought me a gift even. She brought me some coffee.
Oh, that was very nice.
Yeah, it was very kind of her.
Where's my coffee today?
Yeah, you're yesterday's news, Achilles.
Unbelievable.
You also weren't here.
That's true. I mean, could have delivered it. No, actually, no. I don't want it delivered to my house. I don't want to get doxxed here.
Yeah, I know where you live. I'll tell him your address. Actually, I don't know your address. I just know where you live.
Yeah, I mean, you just memorize how to get there.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Buzz is just outrageous today. I don't. Did he type to the chat? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
He typed the English beginnings of a Korean bad word.
Ah, I see.
So he was angry about his microphone not
One
working.
could take a guess as to which word that would be.
Yeah,
Korean.
starts with an S.
Yeah. Well, you got the lightning fingers here from RB. He's looking for a kill. I mean, he's just spamming out at this point. Just making sure that nobody goes to the peaks. I was trying to get that bank shot there through the box. Exia finally will go down. Quite a bit of spray, but they finally got him.
Mako waiting at the door to molly it. Just delay. That's the name of the game here for DRX for a while. And you have a couple slow orbs as well. Stack's still sitting on a bit of utility, so they have a lot of opportunities for this. That wall just doesn't help at all.
Nope. It's just timed perfectly. Paint Shells goes out, does force them forward. Allows them to clean this up. Stacks and Mako now going to be displaced. RB trying to hold firm. Gets rid of Proxy.
Oh, Buzz on the
Has
flank.
his work cut out for him though. Sun blast packing forward. The headshot's flying. Carrier gets off the spike. Finds the shot, but now he just has no time. Has to stick it, but Buzz will not allow him to try to get the defuse. And that will be the cleanup, and now 9 rounds locked in for DRX in this first half.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Buzz is just on one today. Like, just forget it. Like, he's just taking this one over. Just GG, go next. He's absolutely insane. I mean, again, it's all these lines of defenses, right? You put that wall up from Zest, and then you have the molly here. This wall from the side of Carrier just isn't really that useful. And then RB on site, just, you know, KG as usual, doing a good job bobbing and weaving, keeping himself alive, you know, putting that Phantom to good use. And then Buzz is there on a flank for the catch, for the win. But I mean, here you go. Last round of the half, Achilleos, and you're sitting on Judges, Guardians, Buckies, and Sheriffs.
So that means that they'll win this round.
And they will win this round, absolutely. Yep. That is exactly what that means.
Time will tell. Let's see what happens. Sungjin is going to be sat here on the site, hidden away from main, waiting to see if anybody approaches
Has
from the
Proxy
arcade side.
ever used his Cosmic Divide?
Nope.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Well, you know, as crazy.
I mean,
I'm still kind of, you know.
I'm pretty sure he has not.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't. I mean, I that's my feeling. So if you feel that way too,
Yeah.
and you're, you know, you're less of a boomer than I am, so I trust your judgment.
Only slightly.
Yeah, just a bit.
It's only a couple decades separating, right?
What? Decades? Try a decade-ish.
Yeah. Area. Okay, the judge. Finding value. What did I tell you?
You
XG
called
as
it.
well with the sheriff. Going to be finding 1. RB trading back 2.
Wait.
Man advantage is going to be there for the side of Spear Gaming now. They will have to retake the site. Proxy nearby. Sun wrapping around through Dish. Spike now planted. RB taking a bit of a leave here. He's got the overdrive again?
Yeah, why not? He got like a couple
That's pretty
kills
quick.
and a death. I think he planted last round too.
Well, hey, there's the Cosmic Divide.
Oh!
Drop down slide over to the flank. RB, is it going to be the ace? He's looking for it, and it will be! To bring it to 10-2 in the half, RB will get an ace with the overdrive. Doing it in style. Yeah.
And it's just great. Just great maneuverability, great utilization of that. You know, a strong start here for Carrier with that judge. RB's able to recover and pick up 2 in that haul, and then, yeah, he gets on site and just goes to town.
Well,
Love to see it.
it was looking good until it wasn't.
We almost
that
had
round
it. We almost had the prediction on that round.
We thought maybe that it was going to work out. The judge getting 2.
Yeah.
Really solid. They even pick up that 3rd kill with the sheriff. But RB just
I think
says
even
absolutely
Termy's
not.
laughing a little bit here. He never smiles.
That's true. He was a man of very few emotions.
I mean, just, yeah. You know, those overdrives, I know a lot of people are, like, kind of pessimistic about them, and I am too at times, but there are moments where they're really powerful. Like, when you have, you know, objects in front of you. Like, if you have solid cover to maneuver in and around as the Neon, you can actually do some pretty interesting stuff with that.
It also helps when you're basically in an anti-eco round.
Yeah, that too.
Because the other team is just kind
how
of
dare you
scrambling to piece together some weapons.
How dare you besmirch the Guardian, okay? The Guardian's, it's all right. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but
The judge is
the judge is not good at that range. Yeah. It's good at this range.
Well, we'll take another look back here. RB highlight show. Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately for Sun, he drops down and just has a Bucky. He's playing at medium range. Can't get much damage in. But cleanly done. Fancy footwork there from the side of RB, just sliding around, playing quite slippery there. And even with that ace, before that ace, he had half of the amount of kills that Buzz had.
You're right. Jeez.
It just goes to show you how much Buzz has been taking names here. Now over onto the attack. A bit of a misread here from the side of DRX on the defense. Looked like they had a very hefty stack over at B. Just Buzz left to his own devices, but maybe that's all they need. Quick little shot off. Takes down Sun. Snaps back over into the link. Now RB arriving finds Carrier. Spike is stranded.
Buzz is, what do you do against this? I mean, he's just hitting everything he looks at. RB as well, now starting to feel it after getting that ace with the overdrive.
Okay, they get the plant off in the end. They'll just have to defend against 5 players. Sungin set up top, fault line, goes through. Just stacks in the leg. Can't rotate up onto the high ground as much as he would like because, yeah, that aftershock manages to get the damage through. He does find 1 for his trouble, but now it's all on Proxy, who can only get Mako. Pistol round will go the way of DRX. They hand this over to Buzz, try to get that tour de force up a little bit faster. And that is now going to be 11 rounds for the side of DRX.
DRX won both pistols.
Yeah.
That's not an everyday occurrence. That is the one thing that has kind of haunted them from time to time. It reared its ugly head this stage, where they were kind of struggling on pistols at times. But this one's really good. I mean, even though, yeah, they kind of guessed that B would be the hit, their follow-up protocols are really, really good. Just, you know, Buzz waiting. RB shows up to the show. They got the crossfire for the player coming out of main there. And I mean, it's DRX. It's DRX, man. What do you want? They're really good.
Yep.
They've been doing this to everybody all season, for the most part. I mean, other than a few maps here and there.
RB spotting just a bit the Proxy there. Decides to pull away from the position. Doesn't want to play this out too aggressively. Thought maybe he would go for something, given that he's got 2 relay bolts, but decides to play this out a little bit more cautiously. Rope across from 2. He's going to slowly creep back over towards the attacker's spawn. See where they want to try to shift this spike.
Yeah, I mean, they've drawn a lot of attention, but there's a wall in A main here, which Buzz is probably going to, you know, one and done. TP out.
Oh, the flash. Timing's quite good here. Will take quite a bit of damage, though, as he makes his way out. Rush forward, Stacks holding. Fault line at the ready. RB going to be waiting over at steps here on site. Relay bolt to try to slow them up. Second one goes out. Fault line does connect. He'll throw the fast lane. Keep himself obfuscated. Denies them entry into the site. Now they try to push forward. They will manage to find 1, but now it's Stacks' turn. Comes up with 3. All of a sudden, Smako and Zest left, and Zest catches XC in the back of the skull. 12-2. Now we now move into map point.
Yep. I mean, it's a decent attempt on the entry, but you know, slow orbs at the door and everything to just kind of, you know, even though Sun's able to get a little bit ahead of it, get 1, he's shut down right away. Just hiding in the smokes, and then they just pop out, and Stacks just absolutely start shredding. Buzz there to pick up 1 as well. Stacks just couldn't, you know, he just couldn't stand. Like, he's like, guys, I got to get in on this. You're having too much fun over there.
Yeah, I mean,
I was dying for the cause on the attacker's side.
He certainly was. Sun now picking up the Marshall. The only weapon that they have. Mako not going to be clipped by that shot. Just sends out the Molly. They're trying to buy some time, and Sungin going to buy some space here for the squad. Takes down Buzz, and they say, okay, we got to pick an A. Everybody rush it.
Yeah, they're going. It's going to be Stacks, and he's going to buy a little bit of time with the fault line. The relay bolt as well, so this has been stalled enough for DRX to get into defensive positions.
Fast lane up. Sat here. Stacks again in the same position.
Oh.
Spray narrowly missing Proxy. Still have their work cut out for them, though. You can see them still shifting back. Stacks for a moment, just checking over into the spawn, peeking at Canteen. Doesn't see anything, comes back into the link. As now the entry comes through. It's out here at the back of sight. RB playing off of the breach util beautifully. Finds 1, but carry it with a nice sheriff shot. Will catch him in the head, and Sungin, for the force at the ready, takes down Stacks. It's now 2v4. Zest and Mako. Can they make it happen?
It's going to be tough. Mako, yeah, I mean, coming around that corner, not much he can do.
Zest just going to back away. Says, yep, I've got a Phantom, and I'm going to hold on to it. So not done yet. Spear at the end of this will be able to find a 3rd round win, but it is a long and winding road if they want to take this into overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit awkward with the guns there. You can see even a Spectre and a Stinger still in hand. See if they can scoop up a few more on the way out, but this is looking really good for DRX. I mean, of course, yeah, this round went the way of Spear, but it should. I mean, this is...
Because it's an eco!
Yeah, it's the bonus, right? Like, You know, DRX even won the bonus on their attacker side, so it's a good recovery, a good entry. You know, even though it's stalled up by the side of DRX, they're still able to get the right pieces in place in time to make it work, and we'll see how Spear wants to attack this next round. Sungjin only with a Spectre and the Headhunter, of course. You know, full bullets into that, but DRX has to go for the eco this time.
Well, if you're a Spear Gaming fan, get your Copium tanks out. Start huffing and puffing. 12 is all they get. Oh, okay. Oh, not sure how this situation evolved. As the Rolling Thunder's going to be used, and Proxy just dips out on the rope, and they get him. Okay, I'm going to need to see a replay to figure out exactly how this all transpired, but we'll worry about that for the end of the round. Boost up, Carrier getting himself up in a higher angle, but doesn't find much, has to drop back down. Exy in the meantime does get stacks.
Yeah, Stack's just a little bit off there. He had a real opportunity. He got at least 3 or 4 bullets off. I mean, Buzz is good for it, so, you know, whatever. Now he's got the tour de force as well.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe just pack this one up. GG, go next.
Just gonna send it. 3v3. Mako leading the charge, the Molotov into tower now. Push into the site, Zest follows up. 1 for 1 in that position. Wall now going.
He made it
he misplaces it. Still gets in onto the spike there for just a moment, but Sungjin is gonna manage to find him. And if not for that minor botch from Zest, this could be DRX closing it out, but instead Spear will keep their heads above the water.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think that gave Sungjin just enough time and space to get in close enough to kind of really put that Spectre to work. So, you know, Buzz even was trying to find an angle. He was a bit confused in the chaos, so Zest there, a little bit of a mistake with that wall placement. But that's, you know, you're trying to place a wall in an unusual spot, a spot where you probably normally aren't. You're really well rehearsed on doing that kind of thing. So it is what it is. Not a bad round, though, for DRX, to be honest. I mean, all things considered, you know, they're on an eco, and they're still able to almost win that round and turn that round into what looked like a winnable situation. And now Zest has been placing this wall over here by Arcade a lot. Was up on top, but that's not fooling Spear at all at this point, so he's going to back all the way off towards spawn and then just wrap around back towards Generator.
Made up in the tower, trying to clear out Buzz. Takes a little bit of damage. Just going to be sat back around the corner. Shorty at the ready yet again. And it's just comical, honestly. Flash turned away from Zest, managing to come up with 2. That puts the spike down on the ground. Sun trying to push forward, tries to get on top of the enemy Sage, but he cannot. Now it's all on Sungjin. 1v4 to try to clutch it out, and RB is on the flank. DRX put their foot down. They say, okay, we let you get 2 rounds in a row. They close it out 13-4.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this from DRX. You know, finally showing us this map for the first time and showing us a really strong performance. And again, you know, I think for them this is a lot about mentality and a lot about the way that their coaching staff operates, where they want to this season force their team, you know, force these players to be in difficult situations, to be in, you know, kind of situations where they have to overcome adversity. Because this has been a problem for DRX in previous global events, where they start to face adversity and they crumble pretty quickly. So you're seeing this here this season, right? You're going into maps. You're having to show this map, this strategy, unlike on Slayers, right? They have a completely different mentality here. And I like it a little bit better, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I think for DRX, this is what makes them the best. Is it's this mentality they have of, we have to work on our weaknesses stage after stage. And this season, to me, has been impressive in a lot of ways. Not just because they're running the table, but because they're attacking their weaknesses, right? It's a mid-round adaptation, so Termi isn't calling timeouts. It's going to maps like Ascent and others that they maybe struggled on a bit, even Split at times.
Yeah.
And here, you know, they let Fracture go through a map that they could have hidden for the playoffs, but instead, why not get a little practice on it? I mean, I think it's actually better to get some comfort on it, to get some experience on it. I think that's, because DRX doesn't have to show a lot of times when they're playing.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, them banning away the Icebox, the Split, maybe they have something workshopped on those maps that they expect are going to be in the draft. And, you know, when it comes down to the playoffs, if they go into that grand final, They can say, okay, now we just ban away Fracture once more. We play out on Icebox, we play out on Split. We've got some new things prepared on those maps.
Yeah.
It could very well just be that scenario for them as well. Worth mentioning, 13-4. Same exact scoreline that we had in DRX's last time on Fracture versus Onslayers.
Yeah, I mean, that means Spear Gaming just as good as Onslayers, right?
That's true. That's very true. Well, unfortunately, the Copium, the Spear fans, did not work out there in that map. And it was also Spear's map choice. Now we get ready to go to Haven for map number 2. See if Spear can answer back or if DRX are going to be able to keep the flawless map win streak alive to close out the regular season. Buzz, though, had a whale of a time. 3.3 KDA with 23 kills. Also had 7 assists in that mix. A 121 econ rating, 378 ACS. The man put up numbers.
Oh, we got the dueling fans there. DRX and Spear.
Well, one will be victorious and the other one will probably walk away and be like, yeah, that's about what I expected. But we'll see what happens unless Spear wins. In which case,
hey,
oh boy.
We're all about it.
That's exciting. And I am all about that. Let's see if they can break the record, guys. Haven's going to be coming up next. See if Spear can get it done. Don't go anywhere. That's a spike now on the ground. And Sun throws the showstopper, gets 2.
Oh, what a blast!
The corner manages to find one. Buzz not going to hit the shot. It's so very low. Trying to escape, tries to hold onto the operator, tucks it against the wall, but
Do some damage.
paint shells flying through. RB getting 1, tries to rotate out. Stack's going to be taken down to the paint shells. Pick it up and throw it back. Here's the lurk. Pulling back. RB dead. Swap side of sight. Buzz catching X, sending the fault line as one goes out onto him. Buzz just
Oh, Buzz on the
has
flank.
his work cut out for them. Sun blast packing forward. The headshot's bloody value. What did I tell you?
You called
X is
it.
rolling the champ. Going to be finding one.
RB, I think he planted last round.
Hey, there's the Cosmic Divide.
Oh!
Drop down slide over to the flank. RB isn't going to be the ace. He's looking for it, and it will be. Now they try to push forward. They will manage to find one, but now it's Stax's turn. At the ready yet again. And it's just comical, honestly. Flash turned away from V4, trying to clutch it out. RB. And welcome back. It's time to go into map number 2 in our first series of the day. Haven on the horizon as DRX was able to quite handedly take Fracture away from Spear Gaming. 13-4 at the end of that. Now Spear need to dig deeper than anybody has dug before. They have to break the Earth's crust to try to best DRX on Haven.
Someone call Bruce Willis.
Map 3.
We need someone to blow this asteroid up that's heading for Earth. I think here on, I mean, Haven's been a good map for Spear so far this season. They beat WGS, they beat CNJ on it. 13-10 score lines both times. They lost to F4Q in the open qualifiers on it, so it's hard to say exactly what this is going to look like. They tend to run kind of the more basic Haven comp, just like Omen, Jet, Sova, Breach. Killjoy has been their favored Sentinel so far. That's been successful for them, so we'll see. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary that they do in terms of agent composition. DRX is basically usually running something similar, except, Buzz is on Chamber. So we'll see how that stacks up. But, I mean, you just got to favor the DRX, if I'm being honest. I mean, historically, absolutely dominant on this map.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in here for just about any team. We're talking about it. How do you draft against this squad? How do you approach, what maps you want to pick, the agent selection and whatnot? It can be very challenging. And Spear, granted, still a very young organization, back for a second stage after an appearance last season. Didn't make it into stage 1. Now comes back with a overall fairly solid squad. There's still some growth to be done. Buzz, though, our MVP, unanimous across the board. Could have made an argument for RB, I think, given the ace. I thought maybe that would have some recency bias in some of the other casters' brains, but no. Buzz, he's shown through to the very end.
Nah, I mean, it was hard not to pick Buzz. He was just so dominant throughout that entire series, throughout that entire map. I mean, it was just, I don't even know. I mean, the guy's just bananas on Chamber right now, and he loves it. It's a perfect fit for him. I'll be curious to see if this, if they do actually go to it. There is those odd moments where they do kind of toss Buzz around on a Killjoy or even a controller every once in a while. So we'll see what DRX wants to do. But yeah, I mean, Haven, for DRX, a lot of this map is about A control. They're pretty keen to try to make you play for that, and then, you know, force you over to the other site when they're on their defender side. Since you know, DRX is starting on the attack, so they really like to put a lot of pressure into A. You know, try to control sewers, try to control long A. And they do that through varying methods, right? Like sometimes it's fast hits, sometimes it's kind of throw some utility down into sewers and cut through there and, you know, try to displace people that are down there while slowly creeping through A. There's a lot of different, of course, variations of it. We'll see what they want to do today, though. You never know. Maybe they feel like they can get away with something like, you know, slamming into B a whole bunch or trying something a little bit goofy.
Well, time will tell as we go ahead and take a look at the agent select and see what they are working with. Let's see if that Astra does make a return here from Mako if he wants to shake it up a little bit. Buzz will go back over to the Killjoy. He's not going to be seeing the chamber from him, which means that we're probably not going to be seeing a chamber at all on the side of DRX. Mako will stick with the Astra. RB back to Jet.
Oh.
So, yeah, and then the Sopa. So it's just going to be the Omen Astra swap out and then chamber for Killjoy.
Well, yeah. This is a pretty big change for Spear in a lot of ways because they're changing who's playing the Sentinel. They're putting Sungjin on the chamber, you know, on both games today, and then they're moving Proxy over to the Omen. So a pretty interesting little differentiation here from Spear, and not even playing the Killjoy at all, which have been successful for them again in their first 2 matches on Haven so far this stage. So pretty interesting to see them, you know, feel like they're comfortable with Sungjin's chamber. It looked okay on Fracture.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, let's go ahead and kick off this second map now, Haven. As Spear has to extend this into a 3-map series if they want to be able to take down DRX. Let's see if they can get it done.
I'm always amazed that like these new objects that production finds just like hanging out. Like there's a radar dish out here, like a Doppler radar tower out here.
That's right on top of the spawn.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never looked. Why would I look up? I'm inverted, remember?
That's true. Absolute sicko.
Yeah, and here you go. I mean, this is, you know, DRX in a nutshell here. They want to take control A. So right now it's, yeah, the typical split. 2 down into control of sewers. You have Sungjin here with this. He's going to pop around.
Okay.
Oh, he gets shut down by Buzz.
Yep, and RB is going to find XC as well. Paper thin. Proxy just going to be sat here in the smoke. Fault line across the way. RB just tucking into hell. Avoids getting tagged by that. Can't stick around for the aftershock, though. Would likely take him down in just a pulse. They respond with one of their own to buy some more time. Shots out in heaven, and Buzz somehow survives. Goes down to 4 HP and gets the headshot there across onto Sun. Final 2 approach, making their way in through the link. Buzz will clean up 3 as he says, yeah, you know what? I'm going to try to catch up the texture. Maybe give me a double MVP today. That's a strong argument off the rip, though, as yet another pistol round goes the way of DRX.
Yeah, it's, again, just quintessential DRX here. They love to hit A, taking control. I like the idea from Sungjin here, playing off of DRX's tendencies. DRX is better in their gunfights, barely winning them with low amounts of health. You know, Buzz, yeah, another 3K. So starting out hot, even on the Killjoy. Get this guy, you know, just fired up all day.
All right. Little tech pause here real quick once more. There's a couple minor scattered issues, it would seem, here today.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the humidity or what. Messing with the sound equipment.
It's the storm that's brewing outside.
There was a storm brewing outside, that's true.
It was, actually, it started storming last night. I was
Did
kind of
it?
surprised. It was, yeah, I was sitting there at my desk playing some games. My cat was taking a nap. And then all of a sudden, I just see this flash of light through the window on the right side of my face. And it's like, oh, I guess it's storming out. And the thunder came through. My cat leapt up off the desk.
Your cat is the
terrified.
most skittish cat on the planet.
She's incredibly skittish. But,
your cat will not come out for most human beings that come over to your house, except for Atlas. She likes Atlas.
She has come out to see him. A couple of our other friends, Ashley Kung, and then my in-laws. She will occasionally come out and see my in-laws as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Getting used to them.
Okay.
They spend more time out of my house. But anyway, issues taken care of.
We're right back.
Shots going through. RB just, I mean, he just full swings out. It does get tagged down to 12 HP. Backs out of the window, but puts Sun down to 68. Got Proxy in the head. Oof.
That's not one that really that RB should get away with there. I mean, he only has 12 health. I know he took quite a beating for it, but well, there's the bot. Now DRX knows that there was a push-up from Exia, and he's just going to send it packing, retreat back to the comfort of the sewers. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you're a Ninja Turtle, the sewers are comfortable, but you know, this is just DRX. Again, they really like to play on their bonus rounds or on their anti-eco rounds this way because teams like to get aggressive in Korea when they have sheriffs or low-grade weaponry in hand.
Your way here into the site, some spray going into that Nebula in the back. For the most part, okay, but still obviously low on health. He and Carry up both. Not quite operating at full capacity here. Swing on the corner, Buzz can carry up. Dart comes down, RB just swings, sat on top of the box. As the angle finds Exia. Sun will get on top of RB, does get the better of him there, but now just 2 HP remaining on him. Sungjin with 78. Spike right out into the open. Odds of success, incredibly low. Is Buzz, can he get another 3K? Been thinking that maybe somebody's wrapped around the back. Now the Nebula will dissipate. He's got nothing more to do here, really, other than die to the spike.
Man, I was really hoping Sungjin would pull this out so I could give the old Han Solo quote after you said the odds.
No one tell me the odds.
Yeah, no, tell me the odds.
Yeah.
I was going to call you C-3PO for a second.
I think this one was a little too far gone.
Pretty astronomical in terms of... Well, I think when he gives it Han Solo like 1 in like 3,000 something when they're in the asteroid field at Empire Strikes Back. So I think it was about that range. I mean, somewhere in that vicinity. But yeah, I mean, yeah, DRX, Buzz playing off his turret really nicely there, picking up that 1 kill from the connector, from Garage, and I don't know. This is just quintessential DRX. They do all the right things. And there you go again, A control. This time it's not really contested. Initially, RB's gonna dash right in. He's on top of the box.
Oh, that he is, and he's found Exia up. Proxy, though, will respond in kind. TP away, gets himself situated at the back of sight now inside of the Nebula. Paranoia goes through Proxy. Blinding 2, killing 1, killing a 3rd. Buzz there. We'll find that elimination. Picks up a weapon now. It's just him and Zest. Spike still sat there on the floor. Swarm thrown down. Clear the bot. No, he just takes down Sun. Clips him through the corner. Carry is left to his own devices. No utility to speak of. Bolt line in 10 seconds, but I don't think he can wait that long. He's going to try to clear the close corner first. Manages to do it. Buzz now playing Ring Around the Rosie, and he is a Ring Around the Rosie champion. 3 more kills for Buzz. It's 3 rounds for DRXs. Once more, they will win the bonus.
Do they have competitions for Ring Around the Rosie?
Probably. It's probably ESPN 8, the Ocho.
The Ocho. Yeah, he's not going to be able to see with that on, Cotton.
Yeah. I mean, they have like, was it Cornhole? What was the name of that game?
Oh, the beanbag game?
Yeah, they have like a championship for that.
Oh yeah,
like
I know that.
$250,000 prize
that
pool
I
for
know.
Cornhole.
No, that I know because there used to be qualifiers for it in Madison when I lived there, and I spent a lot of time at establishments that serve adult beverages.
I think we're allowed to say bars.
Are we?
I believe so.
Okay, I know. I just
as long
wanted
as we
to
stress that.
I wanted to make it sound a little more,
yeah,
classy.
I see.
Instead of me being a degenerate.
Sun just going to be grabbing up a sheriff here. As DRX happy to play this out slowly, even with that early pick. Now let's start inching forward, and Sun can't get RB this time around. Exia, okay, he will tag him down to 5 HP. Push on the corner, Exia finishes the job. Spike, however, still going to be shipped over here. As Exia tries to get Buzz, but Buzz just does not get caught off guard, it would seem. Stacks as well, helping to break their way into the site. So to Sungjin, the spike will be handed over because the Rolling Thunder is now going to be online as he gets the plant down. Jump up into heaven here from Carriot just to see if he can find any additional value, any extra kills here on the back end. And will get Buzz in the end. Nice little headshot from him. Just to really offset that KDA for a bit longer.
Well, I mean, pick your poison here. Like, yeah, you can throw the fault line. No reason not to go for this, but with 3 people watching it for DRX, the finish comes through and Carrier goes down. And I mean, yeah, this is just quintessential DRX. I mean, the push and the pull at the beginning of this round is so good, right? Like, they find that early kill and then they pull back. They wait for the push from Sun, and then they kick through again. I mean, this is just so good here. The way that they play these mind games with you, you never kind of know what they're going to do round to round, right? Like, their A hits, they've been conditioned to kind of just, you know, send it pretty quickly down both sides. And this time around, it looked like maybe they were going to send it. They don't. Sun gets a little curious, starts sending himself through towards A lobby, gets shut down. Now he's got the op.
Swings out, lockdown going to be used. Oh, sees the jiggle. They should have identified it here, surely. No, well, now they definitely do. As the drone ghoul gets sniped out of the air. Tries to go for a bit of a wall bang. He's got the dash at the ready, and he just will barely make it out in time. Rolling Thunder now going to go crashing across the site. That's going to get a hit out onto 2, but Exia sat in the back of hell. Perfectly safe. Finds 1. The rest of the team enters the site now, though. Carrier and Exia will both fall. Zest and Buzz getting 1 apiece. The creep around the back coming through Proxy. They're prepared for this flank. Stacks for now has his sights set on it.
Yeah, it's good early rotations, but the turret is going to reveal this. So again, you know, the way that DRX staggers their utility to make sure they're getting the information, covering their bases. I mean, Proxy's just in trouble. He has to TP out.
Buzz going to get picked off. Entry from Link, Sun finding 1. Dart thrown by Zest, now turns his attention back over to main. Gets the first shot, hits Sun before he dies.
Oh!
And that leaves Proxy all on his lonesome. Great little taps coming through from him. And that is going to be the first round victory here for the side of Spear, picking it up in round 5.
You know, I could see from the faces and, you know, kind of the way they're talking that Spears, they're feeling good after that round. They're feeling like confident, like okay, yeah, they absolutely should. That we can do this, and they do a lot of good things. I like this, you know, initial setup from the side of DRX. Kind of use the lockdown to combo into the Rolling Thunder, but there's just enough room in the back of hell where you're able to avoid the effects of the Rolling Thunder from that distance. So, you know, they're able to get that early pick, and that proves to be really crucial in the long run. But again, you know, it's the quick early rotations around the flanks through A main that really pay off in the end for the side of Spear. So a good adaptation from them, knowing that DRX has been, you know, keen on it. You can see they're trying it again. Look over and see. Exactly. I love that our observers cut over to this. They're trying to push out, trying to get ahead of the ball with these rotations.
Well, it was a 50-50 on which way to check. Goes for right first, and fortunately that was wrong. Ends up getting taken down at the start of the round. Didn't have a hefty investment. Will just be the Blade Storm taken off the board. He was the only one who did not have a weapon.
It's almost like a riddle. When can right be wrong? You know what I mean?
In that
like
situation right there.
Yeah, right there.
When they were on the
there
left.
There it is. Take that, Gandalf. I don't know. Who liked the riddles? Was it Frodo who liked the riddles in Lord of the Rings? Or was it Bilbo? One of the hobbits really liked. Is it Bilbo?
I don't remember.
Because I think he has to have like a riddle off with Gollum. Yeah.
Yes, that was Bilbo.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in the Hobbit.
All right.
Thunder's Fury opened up. Exia fishing. Gets a little bite there from Stacks. Finds the elimination. Blind shots coming through out of heaven. RB going to grab up the spike. Look at the plant. Cheeky little bounce, trying to check and see if there's anybody playing on the corner. Start comes down. That takes RB to 13 HP. Good solid hit. Now the Rolling Thunder crashing across.
Oh.
Stuns out onto 2. Buzz stunned up. Still finds 1 elimination, but he ends as gone. Mako picking up 1. Now looking to hold off 2 more members. Gets the headshot on a Proxy. This is familiar territory. And oh dear, Sungjin thinking that he was going to swing back around the side. He does not. Mako goes on a flank. Gets himself a 3K and yet another clutch.
Start calling him Clutchco, man. Like, this guy's just time after time after time. He is just ice in his veins. There's going to be a timeout.
I mean, for anybody who missed his ace clutch on Split from 2 days ago, it was just
he had 2 clutches that were absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, but one of them was
one of them was in it. Yeah, one of them was like 2 bullets left in the gun. And still went for the peak without I mean, just.
Oh yeah, that was his ace clutch with 1 HP. It was like 1 HP, 2 bullets in the clip, and just Swings
No
a
problem.
peek, instant headshot with a Vandal. It was just clean stuff from Mako.
This is unreal.
Yeah, I mean, this is why time and time again the DRX players have said, if we want to have anybody
It's Mako.
in a clutch position, it's Mako.
I tend to agree. I used to want to say Stacks, but now I'm like, Mako, he's so good at, working around the smokes. Like, he doesn't play like Zumba. We talk about the way Zumba, works around the smokes. Zumba's more of an up close and personal. He wants to get in your face. He wants to sometimes throw shotguns into the mix and obfuscate his movements that way. But Mako's just, it's the way he does things post-plant where he will kind of confuse you with his smokes. Like, sometimes he'll set him up for himself to work around him. Sometimes he'll fake him in a different direction to make you think he went over there. I mean, in this one, it's just clean. I mean, he's just ready for that push. Here's it coming and swings out. But, Mako's so impressive, the continued progression he makes as a player.
Looking for a fast C hit. Oh, spots him. Exia with a frenzy. Will out dual RB. They say, okay, well, that didn't go quite as quickly or as cleanly as we would have liked. Proxy going to be taken away there in the back sight. Dart connected in on the Sun.
They just got hit by a bunch of utilities, so they know that 3 or 4 at least. So that's absolutely a good call here from DRX to be like, yeah, we don't want to risk it. We've thrown enough thrifties their way today. Let's maybe not do that. I mean, this is not exactly even kind of a thrifty in some ways because you have, Proxy able to grab that Phantom. You had the ult already for Sungjin. Sun's got the Spectre in hand. So this is still pretty challenging for DRX in terms of gun economy or gun utility.
Mako trying to bait them there, make it think that this is going to be a C hit, throwing the wall like this. So they all creep up onto the B side. Proxy swing around the side, but he's not ready for Zest to be at that close angle.
Oh,
Spike now going to be planted.
They're not going to do the WGS. They
no,
actually plant.
They do plant it, but can they defend it? Oh, arrow miss. Now the flash point blank. Sungjin still gets stacks. Can't swing fast enough to try to get that elimination. Sun comes around the side. The call comes in. Buzz was just sat there. They can't get that elimination. Mako, though, once more. Maybe can he hold it down? That is going to be another kill for him. Sungjin, the last man standing with the tour de force.
Still the Hunter's Fury for Zest, just in case.
Got 1 bullet left. Mako swinging out, takes it to half, and Mako just won't even let him fire that final shot off. Another 3K for him. That is 6 rounds now locked in for DRX.
Yep, it's clutch go, man. That's his. He's the upgraded version of Costco. You thought Costco was sweet? Well, wait until you get to this guy, man. He's just absolutely insane.
Just
time and time again, he's
just rock solid for the team.
Yeah,
just never wavers.
No,
or very rarely wavers, I should say.
I mean, he's just so ready for this. I'm not sure if that dart was intended to land right in front of Mako or not. That's why I was laughing. I was like, I'm not so sure about that one.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to go
inside
slightly into the sight and then bounce, but maybe he forgot to put the bounce and then just slightly aimed it off. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be a dash in, dash out. Sun makes his way to safety. Race through the nebula, gets a couple shots here. RB going to be chipped down just a bit. The plant going to come through, and this was basically the C hit that DRX wanted in the last round.
Exactly, and now they've got the opportunity because it was left basically undefended. All they had was Sun, who had to retreat right away. They're able to really stagger their utility. Even a Rolling Thunder here from Stacks because they know there's a couple. There's TP in though.
Oh yeah, Proxy just moving forward aggressively. Does get on top of RB. Smoke now going to be coming through. Fault line sent down long. That really connected. Hunter's Fury still at the ready. Was saved from that last round. They get them off the spike here for just a moment, but it's already been held to half. Now Mako and Stacks going to be taken out of the fight. Zest has to try to do this all on his lonesome. He swings the corner and he cannot. The second round now going to be picked up here by Spear.
Yo, that was an incredibly brilliant TP by Proxy. I mean, he steps right in front. I hope they caught this on the replay.
Oh, of course we did.
Because he steps right in front of this Rolling Thunder. Just absolutely genius. Breaks open to the site, and I love the way that they just put the pressure on to DRX.
I don't think we have the time to show the replays is the problem.
Yeah, that's actually it.
It'll be in the highlight reel at the end of the
I hope so, because that was absolutely genius.
Great.
It's one of the best shrouded steps I've ever seen.
Yep, great moment-to-moment decision-making there for Proxy, who has been very much the bright spot, I would say, for the side of Spear so far today. Exia, that one to be included in the conversation as RB's going to be shot out of the sky. Area just prepared for that updraft. And Exia tries to swing out, get that dart through. Stacks already a bit too far forward there, tucked away at the cubby. Sun takes out Mako, entry comes in, Stacks finding another buzz, picking up Carrier. Stacks now on for 3 kills. Proxy around the back has his work cut out for him.
Well, that's a heartbreaker for Spear. They make the right call. They've got the people in the right places. They just can't win the duels. I mean, it's, you know, they get the initial kill, but then Stacks kind of uses Proxy smoke against Spear there, starts working his way through. Let's see if he can finish it, though. Proxy's looking good. That turret's annoying.
I think we'll have seen his weapon, and, well, okay, now the opens up for some shots. Pulls away, doesn't get clipped by the fault line.
Hello?
Buzz.
Oh, he steps out of it.
Damage from the Nano Swarm, though. And Stacks is fully prepared to strike him down. 4 kills for Stacks here in this round.
I thought he was going to get that after he stepped ahead of the Nano Swarm. I thought, okay, well, he might have confused Stacks just enough, but that Stacks, he ain't no fool. He is. Oh, he caught it. Look at the way he uses that smoke. It's just not quite good enough.
Just a bit of a gap.
Just enough of a gap. And then, you know, the push is delayed up long A enough that I felt like maybe they were going to be able to stall Stacks. Like, if they could shut Stacks down, then Spear just had to worry about the 3 in long A, and it just wasn't quite enough. So, good job by Stacks there to really kind of, again, utilize Proxy's utility against Spear Gaming.
Well, Sun's saying, okay, I'm going to have my Blade Storm next round no matter what. It's just one off of it, so if he gets a kill, he's got it, dies, he's got it, etc. So does decide to force in with a Vandal. Everybody else on a save.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why not go for that extra damage? Catch DRX a bit off surprise, you know, bit off guard potentially as Buzz is starting to retreat back towards his turret. Fall through into the spawn areas. DRX, you know, again, this is pretty much the MO for DRX all season, right? They slow up on these, you know, on their opponent's eco rounds, and they really want to make sure that there's not any
Okay, Proxy.
All right. Take those.
It's like, yeah, I messed up the smoke last time. I gotta, you know, do a little extra. Work overtime here. It's a nice shot. To the corner. Gets the second. That's massive value here for Spear, but unfortunately, Exia and Carrier have now both fallen, so it's just 2 members left. Just 1 rifle between them. Sungjin, if he can line up some heads with his Headhunter, could make this clutchable, but they definitely have their work cut out for them now. Cloudburst thrown down, Sun trying to approach. Sungjin, good for 1. Fortunately, Sun, though, was unable to find anything, and Zest is waiting. Right below, gets that elimination. Now, it's 8-2 with 2 rounds left to be played out in the half.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
Where are those black cats? I mean, that's, you know, we saw this on Fracture. We're seeing it here again. Very similar kind of score lines, results. Not a bad job by Proxy. I mean, Proxy's come alive in the last couple of rounds. I mean, he definitely got a jolt of energy after he was able to TP ahead of that Rolling Thunder on C a couple rounds ago.
Yeah.
I love that. Even Stacks is laughing. He's like, yeah, that was kind of a tough angle, but you did it. You made it work. Sungjin, once again, going to be grabbing an operator for himself.
He's got a TP setup, so he can't go much further than this.
Yeah, like every ult except the tour de
Look
force.
at this fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just send the Rolling Thunder. They get RB to dash up. He does not get hit by the Rolling Thunder, and everybody has moved over. It's an up over the top. Nice updraft play. Will find RB, getting that early pick. And now they will get word that, yeah, this is actually going to be planted over at the C site. We've been bamboozled, boys. Ooh. Hunter's Fury comes through. That's going to interrupt the plant, at least for a little bit longer, and gets the elimination on the Zest as well. Now they have to commit the lockdown to this. I mean, sure. Actually, you can see it bounces for this.
Well, he did, because he got a little bit of damage on the Buzz.
Okay. Lockdown not going to be finding anything there. Mako holding Barrage. The dropout from Carrier is going to be good. Catches him while he's still stunned. Buzz trying to hold the site. Comes up with a second elimination. Now he's got a bit of a 50-50 there. Stacks will be the last one left standing. Fault line across. Does not get the hit. He's got 2 flashes. He's got the aftershock, and he's got the kill on the Exia. I mean, damn, well played by Spear to make it that close. It seemed like, I mean, with all the tools that DRX was throwing at them, they managed to stabilize rather well, but could not get the round win in the end.
Yeah, it's it's a pretty good fake here for the side of DRX, in particular the fact that they're also able to trade, Rolling Thunder for Rolling Thunder on this is huge for these retakes. That's a big piece of utility. You can see Keria was pretty deep into this battle. Second one, second to last left alive for Spear. And then, I mean, again, we've been hyping up Mako and his clutches, but long ago, we knew that Stax was, an absolute beast himself.
Proxy trying to shake things up a bit. Does get the jump onto RB once more. That's one of the things. You get to the end of the game, you're like, let me look at my performance card. And he's like, oh, I went 6-1 versus this Jet.
I was absolutely smoking their duelist.
Yeah.
Why did we lose the game, guys?
Push it now coming through. Exia, oh, he's not ready for Buzz. He gets a couple shots in after taking down Mako, but how do you know that there was two? He absolutely could have traded that out. Instead, Buzz just continues to work his way forward. Displaces Carry as well. That brings it to a 2v3. Zest, shots going his way. Doesn't blink at all.
Uh-oh.
Sends out his recon dart, but now Stax is gone.
It's a little tricky. They can't win this battle against Sun.
All comes down to Buzz. 70 HP. Sun firing off some shots. Gonna have to maybe go for the reload here soon. Buzz just pushes the smoke. Gets the elimination. That's 3 for him. He's got another lockdown.
He thought about it.
He's got another lockdown. He's just gonna hold this stuff.
Oh no.
It's
Pros
over.
don't fake.
It's over. All right, 3-9 in the half as Buzz thought about throwing the lockdown. He might as well have done it. His last round of the half.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna switch sides, but you can see some smiles there on the side of Spirit Gaming. Feeling like they might have just gotten away with murder.
I like how Buzz just sacrifices his guns to the altar of the PUBG, or the Valorant gods. He's just have my guns. I don't want them. I messed up that round. You guys take it.
That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, granted, by that point, if you're gonna hold it, you're gonna hold the lockdown. I don't think it's gonna dissuade you too much. So he had enough time before he would have been detained.
Yeah,
but,
no, I mean, he could have held it no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Like, the lockdown...
Buzz just straight up needed to sprint
yeah.
and try to kill him.
The only thing the lockdown could have done is, maybe made Sungjin pull off for a second.
Yeah.
That's all you're hoping for in that moment.
Well, wisely, he sticks to it. And it does spare them from having a 10-2 half, like we saw there on Fracture. But once more, Spear Gaming still are in a bit of a pickle. Need to win this pistol round, which so far they haven't gotten any away from DRX today. So this needs to be the first.
Yeah, they're... it's putting it nicely to say they're in a pickle. I mean, they're getting pretty well handled here. I mean, if it isn't for these thrifties that they're able to string together across both maps, the scoreline would be absolutely even worse. I mean, it's already not great, but we'll see. Attacker's side on Haven, sometimes teams do give DRX a run for their money. Sometimes they're able to kind of isolate, individual players on sites, get early picks, get control of sites, get plants down. And they're doing the sweet.
I love that they're still just having a good time.
Hey, you know what? Enjoy it. You're playing the best in the region. You're learning something about yourselves. You're going to the playoffs no matter what. Have a good time with it.
All right, dart out over the top. Site unoccupied here. Rotating through a main now. Stax sat in window. Buzz in the garage. Just gonna wait for their teammates to arrive, go for a 5-man retake. Trademark gonna be cleared. Dart in, Buzz not gonna get clipped by that. Jumps away. Sungjin trying to hold things down from behind here. They're cautious though. Proxy getting one. Looks for another. Can't make it happen. Zest and Mako able to break through into long. It's like Exia blinded out there.
Behind.
And yep, Sun does approach from behind. Goes on the tailwind. Oh, he dashes right into Mako. I don't think that was the direction he necessarily wanted to go in, but it doesn't matter too much. Keria does clean up the last 2 kills. Pistol round, the first one of the day. Won here by Spear.
Yeah, this is not bad for both teams. A lot of good things being done. Just kind of a good read initially by the side of Spear. They're going to get the site basically for free. Get the plant down. Going to get their setups. Proxy, again, at least good for one here. I mean, I will say Proxy's been really solid with his gunplay. You know, he's always good for one. I think Sun getting a little bit over ambitious there in that moment. I guess feeling the pressure, just seeing if maybe, you know, you kind of hope that your opponent's going to reload, use that, you know, get to that point where, like, you know, if maybe Mako misses like 1 or 2 more shots, right, he has to reload, and you've got the frenzy and you're reloading and you want to get up close and personal with it. Regardless, Carrier there to lock it down at the end, so really well played by Spear.
I think he just straight up had the muscle memory because he already threw the cloud burst.
Oh, yeah.
And just couldn't try to turn himself away. Proxy now trying to hold the garage. There's the dash forward from RB. This time he will be able to find a kill. But it ends rather quickly. There's only 2 kills found here for DRX. Spear Gaming now picking up another round here for themselves. Rifles getting ready to come through from DRX. Let's see if they can put their foot down or if Spear can make the run back a reality.
Yeah, Blink, and you missed that round. That was all hands on deck for the push for... Oh, there's Mario getting ready for their match next.
Yep.
Yeah, woo, Mario. Just kind of, you know, again, everybody just go in the same direction. Let's all hold W together, and we'll face our fate. This is a good crossfire set up by Spear. Now, you know, you've got a push out from Zest and RB at long. That Nanoswarm's going to get a lot of damage into Sun. Just only gets 1 tick, actually. I take it back. It looked like he was going to take a bit more. But still, a decent amount of damage done. I think there's still another one there for Buzz. He only popped 1 of them. So, for the forces of Spear, they're going to rethink, and, well, get shut down.
Well, that's definitely not what you want. Mako getting the juices flowing again here at the start of the round once they have rifles in their hands and also finding Proxy as the first target.
Well, look at the read here from DRX. They're kind of convinced that this is going to be a B hit. There was a drone at A, but still DRX doesn't really initially commit a lot of forces to it. They were sort of right. It's drifting towards C now, as Mako's going to have to lock down the aftershock in his face.
Oh, sees the tailwind forward. Buzz waiting in the corner. Shots flying through. Sun's there. Sun gets taken down. Stacks the back. Picks up 1, picks up a second. He's just not quite sure where Sungjin's at. Peers into the garage window. And now creeping forward. Grabs a gun. Makes his way over to the spike. Oh, sees Zest for just a moment. Now the call can come through. Swaps out. Grabs the Bulldog. Spike gets interrupted. Can't go for the plant. The swing and the blind is perfect. RB will claim the final kill. So they lose 2 members there, but DRX wrests control away from Spear.
Got to see a good old flash and dash there. Just flash and dash in and get the job done. Pretty easy when you know where they're planning the spike. And this is kind of interesting in terms of just the way that you know, people are moving around the map for both teams. And you know, the initial push to try to get through the garage door is swatted away by Buzz. They send a drone over towards A, and it's kind of fascinating to me that DRX's reaction to that was to shift Zest over to B and leave RB up in heaven of A off of that. So they were conceding that they didn't think that was going to be an A hit because it was just the Owl drone pressure. There wasn't anything else that followed it up. So I'm really quite keen. Like, little things like that are really intriguing to me with the way that DRX studies for and reads their opponents and reacts to them.
Mako lurking forward here, just inside B's sight. Sungjin on a bit of a walkabout, makes his way into the cubby. Zest in the meantime, did not see that gun. Well, either way, he does see Sun. Gets him in the head. The push coming through. Sungjin gets stacks before Mako could out-trade him. That does bring it to a 2 for 2. 3 members left standing now on either side.
Yeah, Mako's pinged out on B, but they're full shifting over to C, and this is where Buzz has got everything set up. All of the Killjoy utility is here. Yep. That's not going to hit him.
Dark going to be cleared. It does not hit. The Nanoswarm is there. The turret even getting a bit of damage involved here. As Buzz finds X yet. That's not the spike dropped. Paranoia, though, misjudged. Does not connect here onto the enemy Killjoy. And, I mean, Mako just charges through. Proxy just, yeah, didn't stand a chance. Well,
I mean, it's just, again, you know, DRX is so aware of their situation. They know that the Rolling Thunder's coming, so what do? Put Buzz in a spot where it's super unlikely it's going to hit him. It doesn't. He's able to pop all of his utility, do a bunch of damage that way. You know, then they immediately follow up. Okay, we'll cover you with this Cosmic Divide.
Buzz is 22, 12.
Yeah, he's going bananas again. He's on fire this week.
Well,
Absolutely ridiculous this week.
has been playing a bit like a man possessed here. I still feel like even with Buzz's scoreline right now, this is, for now, and there's, still rounds to be played out, I feel like this is still a little bit of a toss-up as far as who the MVP is going to be.
Between him and Mako?
I think you could also honestly make a great, argument for Stacks.
Stacks?
I think his util usage has been,
really
so crisp.
Yeah, he's hitting a lot of really good flashes.
Yeah, he's setting up a lot of these eliminations that you're seeing get picked up by Buzz.
It's fair.
I think that whole top three, there is plenty of arguments to be made, but we'll see what happens at the end. For now, Spear, timeout, will dwindle down. Zest with a nice little opening kill, but eventually gets displaced and picked off. Buzz just holding the site, makes the call to get the ulti through.
Yeah, he's got a lockdown, by the way.
Yep. I thought maybe he was going to use it here. Does not. Doesn't need it. It's fine.
Let's see what he wants to do with it. Probably save it for some kind of post-plant scenario here. If you can get, Carrier down, there's nothing. Okay, well, that's amazing.
Yep, just re-peeks it. Because why not?
Yeah.
Well, I've already burned the dash. I might as well go aggro on this. Gets the kill, gets out scot-free. No damage taken, no worries. Now thinking about maybe inching up here to peek along, but for now we'll just hold back, keep himself inside the site. And everybody from Spear starts shifting away. This is going to be a play for, them playing out for a draw attempt as they come into this eco.
Yeah, I mean, again, Carrier is a really important agent right now. He's the only one with anything that can stop the lockdown.
Oh no, must be doing him pretty dirty.
Going
Going back, sees one. There's the hit with the shorty. Looks for the flick, can't get it, but he got another dash up and Zest will mow down Sun and Sungjin. Roxy now the last one standing. Spike stranded just here at the top of the ramp. And now they know exactly where he's at. Swing out, Proxy.
He's always good for one.
That he is. But unfortunately, it's the only one he can get. And that is going to bring us down to match points. 12-5. DRX just one more round to go. Like I said, playing a 4. The overtime here is Spear Gaming. We'll have at least one last buy available to them. We'll see if they can start a run back.
It's just, RB's game sense here to just, fall back, to cover fire again. You feel like you're a broken record talking about DRX like this, but their covering is so good. Someone's always there. Step up and cover a teammate who's in need. If the initial, shots whiff, and this time it's Zest who's right there and ready. And yeah, Sungjin has to TP out. He misses the dart initially, so it gets at least one pulse out.
Yep. You're in that position. RB could just wallbang you.
Yep.
So, makes the great escape. Puts that rendezvous on cooldown. Now flying through into mid. Only going to spot one. And oh, that is good enough for Zest. He says, all right. Pulling the ult. Gets the first tag. And he cannot out-juke it. Zest drawing first blood here in what could be the last round of this map. Smoke going to be thrown down. Blocking off garage window. Buzz is still just sat right in front of the doors. From the corner, Proxy some shots over into the A link. Forces Zest's position back just a bit. Throw out the recon bolt.
Still got the lockdown here, and there's nothing to stop it.
Paranoia flying through. Not going to clip one of Zest, though. He's in a little bit of a rough position, potentially. Finds one before getting taken down. Swing around the back. Exia. There's somebody back here, but there's not. They've already relocated. Bako now creeping forward. Buzz swinging out from the front. Gets one. Bako will just go ahead, swivel to the side, gets the final elimination. That will be it. 13-5. Another 2-0 for DRX as they finish a perfect stage.
That didn't need the lockdown. Just went in on trades. I do appreciate that when Mako moved into the corner there at the B site default, that Sungjin realized that someone else was coming and looked, and Buzz still beat him. I mean, just unbelievable. Dialed in as you would expect from the side of DRX. And okay, convince me here. Do you want to sell me on the MVP vote, or are you?
Nah, you go whatever way you want.
Oh, I see how it is. You trust me. Wow, this is a first.
No, I just know that no matter what you land on, no one puts any stock in your opinion, so it doesn't really matter. Why would I try to sway it? But no, I think Buzz put up some really solid numbers. I mean, he was nearly 100 ACS above the next highest person, which was Proxy. He comes in with a 345. Proxy at a 256. The delta between those players is just absolutely massive. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking personally about which way I want to go with this one.
I won't sway your opinion because I, too, do not believe that your opinion matters to anyone. So it is unworthy of my time.
Well, DRX not dropping any maps the whole ride through Stage 2. How long can they maintain this, though, Paper Thin? With playoffs just less than a week away, can they just do the whole perfect streak into Copenhagen, or was someone finally shut them down?
I think someone's going to take a map off of them, for sure, but I don't know about a match. I think they're going to drop at least one map somewhere along the way. Either Split, maybe Ascent, but I think Split is probably eventually they're going to have to play it somewhere along the line. Whether that be, even it could just, literally be the grand finals. But I think there's small amounts of weaknesses that Unslayers or Damonkia should be able to take a map off of them at some point. But outside of that, I don't think they're going to drop a match. I don't see anything that leads me to believe that they aren't the best team in this region right now. Once again, everything is so good for them. It's a testament to the hard work they put in.
Yeah. I mean, it was just clean and concise here. We weren't sure, how is the fracture going to look? It's been so long since they played it back in, what is it, March 23rd or whenever our grand finals was in Stage 1. Still looks good. It's actually just as clean as it was then. 13-4 scoreline once more on that map. And then, of course, Haven, an old, just old faithful, I guess is what we could kind of call this map for DRX. Been so good on it since the team formed. All the way back in the First Strike era was still a damn good map for them. It still is today.
Yeah, they played it a lot. And coming into today, they had an 89% win rate on it. I mean, that's across everything.
Yeah.
And, and most
was
of
I right about that? I didn't verify that number. I just kind of threw that out there.
No, you're absolutely right.
Oh.
You nailed it.
Me. But now it's slightly
I looked
higher.
at it. Yeah, it's slightly higher. I mean, they don't lose too many teams on it. I mean, some of the teams that have beat them on it are, some of the best in the world. Paper X. I think they. I'm trying to remember back.
It. That's where the
that's
it.
it.
That's where the
that's
list
all,
ends.
That's all it is. That's the only team to ever beat them on Haven. No, that's not true. Did F4Q beat them on there once?
Perhaps. Yes, when they got when they delivered Vision Striker's first ever loss, it was on Haven. That is right. God Dead in the back of B site. I remember vividly. But here we go. Our MVPs for our first series. Buzz picking up the MVP for Fracture, of course, and then Mako does end up taking it away from him here on Haven. So Buzz probably feeling pretty confident that he was going to have a double MVP, but we all said no. Mako did a hell of a lot of work. I still think there was a decent shout there for Stacks as well, but a little bit more of a quiet game for him. Very much was just playing the good old, that's great. Playing the util role, but some nice fan art there, cheering for Buzz. Greens will go ahead and interview him. Now we'll get to wait and hear from Mako as well.
Yeah, the gentle giant himself. Just a great day all around for DRX. Everything I wanted to see from them. When we kind of went into this, I said I want to see them play their game. I want to see them come out confident, dominant, bounce back from that shaky performance, I guess, maybe, against CNJ. I don't want to call it shaky. I want to call CNJ really played to their true potential. They leveled up that.
Yeah, I mean, CNJ has always been quite good. As we take a look at the highlights here. It just hasn't fully come together, but they played so many 3-map sets and whatnot. They've taken so many teams into either overtimes or pushed them to, 13-11 or 13-10 score lines. CNJ just haven't been able to get over that finish line yet, but they have one more chance.
Yeah.
Just walk away with their heads held high and say, you know what? We got to win.
And regardless, I appreciate their effort and the improvement we saw. I mean, they weren't, like DRX said after the match, they were like, we can't believe these guys haven't won a match. Like, they're really good. And that's high praise coming from DRX, who sometimes will troll their opponents in their post-game interviews. They absolutely had a lot of respect for CNJ after that, and they should. And all the credit in the world. So I'm hoping CNJ puts up a real fight against Maru. Maru's, in a tough position. They haven't looked as improved as they did last season, right? From the beginning of Stage 1 to the end, I thought Maru was maybe our most improved team. This stage, it hasn't been as good, if I'm being brutally honest.
Yeah. Well, Spear, see how they fare moving forward, but...
Oh, by the way, totally right. So when DRX lost to Paper X in Masters this year on Haven, the last team to beat them before was indeed F4Q.
There you go.
On Haven.
I mean, it's just always been such a great map. I mean, this is one of the ones with the original conundrum when we had a very limited map pool, before we had Fracture, before we had Breeze and whatnot, where you've only got like these 5 maps or so to really work with, and you pretty much always needed to ban Icebox. But then, of course, there was Split there for DRX. There was the Haven. There was all of these maps that they've just been so proficient on.
Yeah, you're like, well, I guess we're gonna try you on Bind, and even sometimes they were tough on that.
Try to do Bind, try to do Ascent.
Yeah.
But yeah, few teams have had success in that regard. But Spear, it seemed like the players were still in good spirits, and that's good to see. I think that they were very cognizant and aware of the situation that they were in coming into today's matchup. They know that they're playing against one of the best teams in the world, definitely the best team here in the region until somebody can defeat them. And I think that they were just like, you know what? If we take a map off of them and we break the win streak, that's awesome. If we can win, that's excellent. But if not, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's just get ready for playoffs.
Right. Just get ready for playoffs. Have a little fun with it. Don't get down on yourselves. I mean, DRX has done this to. I mean, frankly, DRX did this to Enslayers, basically. I mean, so don't feel too bad about this at all. I mean, there are some good things here today. Some highlights. Sun looked decent on the Rays on Fracture. Proxy today looked really solid. His Omen was, not bad at all. I mean, some really good in-the-moment decision-making, some really good shooting. So, some things to take away from this, some bright spots to kind of focus on and kind of, use as confidence to move into your playoff run, because it's going to be tough. It is double elimination, so you do have some room for, failure.
Yeah.
But I like Spear a lot. I mean, I think they're up and coming. I mean, they remind me of Maru last season, where every time I see them, I'm more impressed for the most part. I mean, today was a little bit of an off day, but it's DRX, so.
Yeah. Like we said, not too much that you could kind of anticipate from these guys, but as long as there is that continued upward trajectory during the playoffs, then I think it's going to be good. And as you mentioned, the double elimination does mean that they have a chance to bounce back, to prove yourself in that lower bracket. We'll see what happens. So we'll see what the bracket looks like, of course, at the end of today's broadcast, because we still have one more matchup to go. 2-0 there for DRX. Now we look over towards Maru versus CNJ, and once more, it just feels like one of those series that is absolutely destined to go the distance, go to 3 maps.
Oh, I absolutely think so. I mean, it's tough against CNJ now because they've improved on a lot of different maps. They aren't just like an Icebox only team. You can't just ban Icebox against CNJ and get away with it, as we've seen now with the way that they were able to push DRX on Split and Ascent. So, no matter what, CNJ, I think, has a map in their back pocket that should be good enough that they're able to pull out, put on the table, and, kind of force the opponent into a difficult position.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, you've got Nocchi or Wix, depending on which one is going to be running the chamber, going up against Smoothie, who's been looking incredible. Hasha as well has had some wonderful hot streaks. So
yeah,
I think that could be a very, very tight series, and maybe, just maybe, CNJ will be able to get that first series victory. Again, I think a lot of people are going to be looking at this. If they haven't been paying attention to the region, they're going to say, oh, it's a middle-of-the-table team there for Maru versus the worst team in the league. No. Statistically, yes, but play-wise, no. This is a team that does have strategies. They can play cleanly. They just have not been able to quite get that win in their grasp.
And
it's just slipped right out of their fingers time and time again, but they've proven that they can play against the best.
Yeah, exactly. Like, their power levels are much closer than those scores indicate.
Yes.
They're very good teams, both of them, so it should be a fierce, intense battle. I mean, again, CNJ wants to play spoiler. They want to play Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Maru, still, again, there could potentially be some kind of, change in the playoff seedings depending on how this goes. I mean, they're in the playoffs no matter what, and they're not getting a bye, so they're somewhere in that mix of 4 teams. It just depends on who they face. But regardless, yeah, I think CNJ might win this today. I think this might be their win. I'm calling it now.
Well. We'll have
Calling
to
it
find
out.
out. I'm excited for it. I think, Maru, hopefully if they do drop that, they won't feel too down on themselves. But we'll have to just kind of see how things transpire. Because it's always that thing, like with the Shanghai Dragons and the Overwatch League, you never want to be the first team to lose to them. But we'll see what happens. That's going to be after the break, but also after we have our MVP interview. So we'll throw down to the stage and hear from Mako.
Hey guys, I'm standing here with Mako from DRX after completing a perfect regular season. Congratulations, Mako. You guys finished the regular season undefeated, not dropping a single map. How happy does that make you feel? 마코 선수 오늘 승리 축하드립니다. 이렇게 무실 세트 전승으로 본선 무대를 마무리 지었는데요. 소감부터 말씀해 주시죠.
일단은 이렇게 바라고 이제 무실 세트로 이제 프로 진출하게 돼서 되게 지금 기쁩니다.
Well, this clean winning streak is what we've always wanted, so I'm really happy about today's victory. Well, what you've displayed in Stage 2 was pure dominance. What do you think made DRX ever so untouchable this time around? 그러면 이제 더 압도적인 모습을 보여주고 있는 DRX잖아요. 스테이지 1과 비교해서는 좀 어떤 점들이 더 강해졌고 어떤 점들이 달라졌다고 보시나요?
일단은 제가 느꼈을 때 개인적으로는 저희 팀원들이 이제 샷들이 되게 좋아졌고 이제 뭐 전략을 실행할 때 뭐 좀 정리정돈이 잘 된 느낌이 좀 많이 들었던 것 같아요.
Personally, I think all of our teammates, including me, I think we aim-wise we got a lot better. And from what I feel, when we play the games, the coordination, the teamwork, and the communication is a lot more organized. And I think that's what made us stronger. Well, I want to hear from you, Mako, from DRX perspective. Who do you think challenged you the most this season? 그러면 이제 만나본 팀들 중에서 가장 좀 까다롭다고 느꼈던 팀은 어디일까요?
일단은 저는 오늘 했던 스피어 게이밍이라 생각하는 게 이전과 만났던 팀들에 비해서 샷이 되게 매섭더라고요. 그래서 전략을 실행할 때마다 뭐 샷에 약간 막히는 느낌이 되게 많았었어요.
Well, Buzz actually said CNJ, but I think Spear Gaming today because honestly, aim-wise, they were super good. So when we tried to carry on and execute our strategies, we got shut down by their good aim. So yeah, I was really shocked. Well, this was your first time playing Fracture in Stage 2. And we got to see what it looked like and everyone was dying to see what it would actually look like. So did you enjoy playing the Fracture? And also, do you have anything else more exciting for the playoffs? 그러면 이제 오늘 프랙처 공개를 했는데 프랙처 하면서 재미있었는지 그리고 앞으로 플레이오프에서 더 기대해볼 만한 것들이 있는지도 여쭤보겠습니다.
저는 이번 프랙처는 뭐 상대가 잘해가지고 좀 라운드 몇 개 따이긴 했지만 뭐 저희가 솔직히 말해서 전략을 몇 개 좀 숨기긴 했지만 플레이오프 가서는 이제 뭐 거의 모든 거를 쓰지 않을까 전략을 그렇게 생각하고 있어요.
진심인가요?
진심이죠.
알겠습니다. Well, I don't know about Fracture. We dropped a few rounds because Spear Gaming was good, but when it comes to playoff, we will show you a lot of different strategies that we've been kind of hiding for a while. So you can definitely expect more exciting games and more exciting compositions and so on. Well, heading into the playoffs, can we expect an undefeated, perfect season from you? Just winning the championship without a single loss. 그러면 이제 플레이오프까지 가게 됐잖아요. 전승 우승을 기대해봐도 좋을까요?
당연히 기대해봐도 좋으신 게 이제 사실 욕심 계속 나긴 하거든요. 지금 이 상태로 끝까지 가가지고 무실 세트로 승리를 하면은 더욱더 뜻깊지 않을까라고 생각하고 있어요.
Honestly, it's something that DRX has never done before, so it would be a lie if I said I wouldn't want an undefeated season. So yeah, and definitely we're looking so great, and I see that we have a great chance. Well, that was Mako from DRX, everybody, after having an undefeated regular season. Next up, we have CNJ and Maru Gaming battling it out. Will CNJ get their first win on their very last day, or will Maru Gaming claim their fourth place? Let's find out after the break.